Hi, Dr. Hassan here. Today we are going to talk about meditation and breathing. This exercise that we will explain today is more about the meditation side, but the breathing is a very important part of it.
Oke, jadi hari ini Dr. Hasan akan berbicara tentang meditasi dan pernafasan. Jadi meditasi itu nanti adalah bagian dari pernafasan itu sendiri.
So, the fact is, meditation have been practiced for close to 5,000 years by humans. And it is an important part of almost any spiritual practice, any religion. You will find some form of meditation in that practice.
Ya, jadi meditasi itu sendiri sebenarnya sudah dipraktekkan selama di ribuan tahun ya, di berbagai keyakinan, berbagai macam agama dan berbagai macam keyakinan ini punya bentuk-bentuk meditasinya sendiri seperti itu.
So, all our physical exercises have the purpose of making you as healthy, meaning to make sure your immune system is working properly, that your organs are balanced, and the pH of your body, of your whole body, not just your skin, is balanced, is at the right level. And when we're talking about breathing as one of those things, it's very important to understand that the importance of oxygen in the body.
Oke, jadi dalam hal ini untuk kegiatan-kegiatan fisik yang nanti akan ada di program ini itu utamanya itu untuk membuat badan sehat, dan yang sedang beliau sampaikan ini adalah kaitannya dengan pernafasan, karena pernafasan adalah kaitannya untuk bagaimana tubuh itu bisa sehat secara maksimal, kaitannya juga dengan oksigen di tubuh.
Excuse me. So, let me start from the understanding first. You need to be healthy, and besides being healthy, you need to be strong. So you start with at least to be healthy, and that means to avoid becoming sick. That's a very important part. And excuse me, one of the keys for us to be able to avoid viruses, like here now during the COVID-19 problems, the coronavirus, and also in general, because even though now there might be like 1 million people dying from coronavirus, but there's also millions who are dying from hypertension, from cancer, from diabetic related illness, and all kinds of many different things that will be a long list even to mention. But the fact is, most of these problems, most of these illnesses would have been avoided in a body that has the right level of pH, meaning is more alkaline than acidic. Okay, this is very important to understand.
Oke, jadi tujuan dari program ini salah satunya untuk bagaimana tubuh bisa sehat seperti itu, dan bukan cuma sehat saja, tapi sehat dan kuat untuk kita bisa mendapatkan manfaat optimal ya dari kehidupan kita. Dan fokus untuk sehat ini kita sampingkan dulu yang kuatnya. Basicnya adalah, dasarnya adalah memiliki tubuh yang sehat, dan memiliki tubuh yang sehat itu sangat penting untuk nomor satu itu agar kita untuk bisa sehat, kita agar tidak kena penyakit-penyakit seperti sekarang, kondisi COVID saat ini, dan pun tubuh yang sehat itu bukan saja bisa menghindari atau meminimalisir kemungkinan terjangkit virus, tapi juga penyakit-penyakit yang tidak kalah tingginya ya, yang mewabah di masyarakat modern seperti yang disebutkan tadi, kanker, diabetes dan lain-lain. Jadi tubuh itu idealnya pH-nya itu basah atau alkaline untuk bisa sehat.
So this exercise that we are going to be doing now, today, on this video, is increasing alkalinity on 2 different levels. Excuse me. One is by increasing the efficiency of using the oxygen that you're inhaling when you're breathing. And the second one is by reducing stress. So, because that's 2 very important areas of, and easy, it doesn't cost anything also to breathe and to try and meditate is free. It's just about a matter of time. Because most of the problems are escalating or are increasing, such as cancer, for example. Cancer loves to breathe in an acidic environment. And if you are stressed, if you are sad, if you are very tired, you are increasing the acidity in your body. So that's important to avoid. As well as if you're not getting enough oxygen, if you're not having a good breathing, if your lungs are not functioning properly, excuse me, it's also increasing the acidity in your body.
Oke, jadi pentingnya bernafas yang dengan benar itu salah satunya untuk meningkatkan tingkat pH basah, agar pH itu lebih cenderung ke basah di tubuh kita, karena dan untuk meningkatkan efisiensi juga penggunaan oksigen di tubuh seperti itu. Seperti yang disebutkan tadi, tubuh yang misal stres, bisa tubuh yang stres atau misal pun seperti penyakit kanker itu dengan mudah akan menyerang ke tubuh yang pH-nya itu asam. Salah satu pH asam itu juga bisa disebabkan karena kita tidak bernafas dengan baik. Jadi meditasi ini istilahnya dia setali 3 uang ya, dengan bernafas yang benar, karena punya manfaat itu tadi ke kesehatan, dan dia juga gratis. Yang kita butuhkan itu cuma meluangkan waktu saja.
So the way we do this exercise, and you can do this exercise pretty much any time of the day, but the best time is doing it early in the day, maybe after you wake up before breakfast, because when you want to do meditation or breathing exercises, it's better not to have a full stomach or be eating, because your body will need, or especially your stomach will be drawing a lot of blood and a lot of oxygen to process this food. So therefore, we try not to make it at the same time. Excuse me. So the way we do this is very simple. Anybody can do it. You sit in a comfortable place, secure, not places where you can fall down, of course, because you need to relax. If you feel like you are, not in a, place where it is sturdy or safe, then you might be tense. So it's very important you try to relax. Now, just one thing to mention. Many people, when they are thinking about meditation, they imagine that they have to be sitting in this yoga pose where they are sitting, or Zen pose where they are sitting with their hands like this, and sitting very straight up. The fact is, you don't need to do that. You can sit in your chair if you have like a a reclining chair with places to put the arm. You can just sit like this in a chair. If you have a recliner, as it's called, I don't know what's called in Bahasa. As long as you can relax, okay. If you want to sit like this, sit on a pillow or something. That's fine too. So how you're sitting, as long as you're sitting comfortably and safely.
Oke, jadi meditasi dan bernafas ini yang disampaikan itu istilahnya setali 3 uang ya. Itu bisa idealnya dilakukan di pagi hari sesudah bangun tidur seperti itu, atau dalam kondisi perut itu kosong. Jadi perut jangan makan dulu, karena jika kita makan dulu tubuh akan butuh banyak energi untuk memproses, termasuk juga oksigen akan dibutuhkan untuk memproses makanan tersebut. Nah, untuk melakukannya, cara melakukannya itu tadi yang baru beliau tunjukkan, sebenarnya sangat-sangat mudah dan sederhana. Jadi kita hanya butuh untuk duduk dengan rileks, santai, terserah posisi duduknya itu seperti apa. Tidak perlu misal mengikuti posisi duduk seperti yoga seperti yang beliau tunjukkan tadi. Bisa duduk di kursi, bisa duduk di lantai. Yang pasti pastikan duduknya itu rileks untuk dirimu, dan juga tempat duduknya itu aman seperti itu.
So you start simply by sitting comfortably. It's always better to close your eyes while you're doing it, because you need to try not to get distracted. If you are sitting in a room, like here I have some drums and some paintings on the wall and stuff like that. If I sit here and try to focus, I will probably be suddenly looking at them and start thinking. Excuse me. So you don't want to do that. So you close your eyes, it's the best way. Excuse me. So while you have your eyes closed, you breathe, and you try to not strain your breathing. So you don't do like this. That's not the way to do it. You simply breathe in, breathe deeply, but relaxed breathing. So you breathe in through your nose and out to your mouth. That's the best way.
Oke, jadi tadi yang jadi tadi ditunjukkan cara untuk memulainya seperti apa, cara bernafas dan bermeditasinya seperti apa. Jadi duduk dengan santai. Kemudian idealnya tutup mata untuk melakukannya agar tidak terdistraksi dengan segala hal yang ada di sekitarmu, seperti itu. Kemudian untuk bernafas, pastikan untuk bernafasnya itu tidak secara dipaksa. Bernafas, tarik nafas dalam dari hidung, keluarkan dari mulut, tapi tarik nafas dalamnya tidak dipaksakan seperti tadi yang dicontohkan.
Okay. So one of the goals of this exercise is that you try to not think about anything at all. You try to empty your mind. So what we do is we're breathing in and out. That's 1. 2. 3. So basically you, with eyes closed, you breathe in, you breathe out, and then you keep count of your breathing. So in and out is 1. In and out again is 1 more, that's 2, and so on. So you try and breathe in, until 7 times. Once you reach 7, that means I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, slowly with the breathing, and then 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, sorry. So you actually will be doing 1 to 7 and then down to 1 again, so that means 13, right? 13 times. When you reach 1 again, you go back. 1. But you don't say it, you just keep count in your head. That's the only thing, because that will occupy your mind just with one thing, and that is counting, nothing else.
Oke, jadi cara bernafasnya itu tarik nafas dari dari hidung dan hitung hingga hitungan ke-7. Jadi tarik nafas, hitung, tapi hitungnya di dalam kepala, jangan disebutkan seperti itu. Satu yang penting sekali untuk coba untuk mengosongkan pikiran dan fokus pada menghitung tarikan nafas dan untuk menghembuskan nafas. Tarik nafas dari hidung, hitung sampai 7, buang nafas dari mulut, hitung lagi sampai jadi 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kemudian balik lagi, tarik nafas lagi.
So you will continue doing this 1 to 7, back to 1, back to 7, back to 1, with the breathing relaxed, deep, and while just focusing on the breathing. Excuse me. So during this time that you're trying to focus just on the breathing, on the number of breathings only, your mind might wander. As soon as you catch yourself thinking about something else, you go back to the count again. Okay? Because the goal is later on, once you are practiced for a while, you would be able to not need to count, but simply sit and only breathe without having anything on your mind. Okay? So you must try gradually to improve. Maybe the first time, every time before you reach 7, you're already thinking about something. Maybe after a week, you can do like 1 to 7, back to 1 again, 2 or 3 times before you suddenly get distracted. Try to do a minimum of 10 minutes doing this, and then maybe build it up 15, 20 minutes. If you can, if you have time, some days maybe you are not so busy, you can do half an hour. It's very beneficial.
Oke, jadi penting untuk diketahui ketika bernafas itu untuk mengosongkan pikiran dan fokus pada pernapasan saja lewat menghitung. Tapi pasti akan kejadian pikiranmu mulai mengembara. Kalau misalnya kalian mendapati pikiranmu mulai kemana-mana, kembali lagi untuk fokus ke pernafasannya seperti itu. Dan idealnya ini dilakukan 10 menit, 20 menit, dan jika bisa mungkin beberapa kali dalam seminggu dilakukan selama 30 menit.
Yes. If you just do it once a day in the morning, and then once you finish doing this exercise, this meditation, 10, 15, 20, maybe up to 30 minutes, you will relax, and then you will think about the one thing in your day that is important that you must do. That can be something related to your job, something related to your family, any kind of thing that you, the biggest thing that you can imagine for that day, what that might be. And then you try to think of it in a positive way. That means that you try to visualize it with a positive outcome. Let's say, for example, you have a job, you're working in a company, and you feel it's time for you to be promoted. So maybe your plan is to go and talk to your boss to get a promotion. Maybe after you do this exercise, you visualize, when you're completely done with it and you're really relaxed, you visualize the conversation with your boss, and you visualize it having a positive outcome.
Oke, jadi idealnya ini dilakukan sehari sekali dan berlatihnya itu goalnya bagaimana untuk kemudian dari fokus ini, relaksasi ini akan membawamu untuk fokus pada hal-hal di keseharianmu dengan hal yang kemudian hasilnya menjadi positif. Yang tadi dicontohkan, misal kamu punya pekerjaan, bekerja di suatu perusahaan dan waktunya untuk mendapatkan promosi, dan mungkin hari itu kamu berpikiran untuk mengunjungi bosmu untuk membicarakan promosi. Jadi sesudah berlatih relaksasi, meditasi dan pernafasan ini, kamu coba untuk visualisasi percakapan yang akan kamu miliki nanti, yang akan terjadi nanti dengan bosmu seperti itu, dan bayangkan bagaimana outcome positifnya. Jadi berpikir secara positif.
Okay, so one thing that can help to do this, because when you're sitting, maybe you're sitting in your house or an apartment, there might be noise from the street, maybe cars are driving by and honking horns, and there might be people standing close to your house talking in loud way that you might get distracted. Excuse me. So one thing that might help just to focus on it is to download an audio file to your phone of maybe forest sounds, maybe some rain sounds, or something that's consistent, that is easy to drown out the noise from the street, because you might have your phone, I'll just borrow your phone, you might have your phone right next to you here, and then you can turn on the phone and play that sound. Any kind of sound, it can be a chime, like a ding, you can even get some you can download some chime sounds that has a chime every 5 seconds or 10 seconds, and you might be able to find one that is the same rhythm or the same interval as your breathing. So every time you hear ding, it coincides with breathing in and then breathing out and then breathing in, another ding. So there are things. We will try and make some of those available. We'll produce it ourselves and put it on so you can download this to help you.
Satu tips yang mungkin akan membantumu, terutama untuk yang tinggal di perkotaan, mungkin kondisi di mana kamu tinggal, kamu berada, tidak memungkinkan untuk memiliki suasana yang benar-benar senyap, yang hening, yang dibutuhkan untuk meditasi dan pernafasan ini. Kamu bisa menggunakan suara-suara lain dalam artian, misal yang tadi dicontohkan itu dengungan, bisa gong, bisa juga suara hutan, suara kicauan burung dan jenisnya, yang bisa kamu download di HP. Jadi HP itu suara-suara itu kamu gunakan ketika melakukan meditasi. Yang beliau sebutkan tadi juga akan lebih baik jika kamu bisa mendapatkan suara seperti tadi, yang suara gongnya itu yang interval antara satu suara ke suara berikutnya itu sama dengan intervalmu bernafas, tarik nafas dan menghembuskan nafas. Dan beliau juga menyampaikan kami akan mengusahakan untuk menyediakan bunyi-bunyian ini yang nanti bisa kamu download secara gratis.
Yes. So I wish you the best in attempting or in your practice of this exercise, and I can promise you will get some benefits. It's all depending on your commitment and your effort in being consistent, because consistency is one of the most important things when we are trying to improve ourselves, whether we are trying to go on a specific diet, whether we are trying to do some exercise or meditation or any other kind of thing. So consistency is extremely important. If you can put this on your schedule right after you wake up, you go get ready for the day, brush your teeth and whatever routine you are doing, you go back and then you sit down and spend 15 minutes or however long you can, you will see some benefit. Even if not within one day, you will see it within the first week. I guarantee it.
Jadi kita akhiri untuk video kali ini. Kami doakan kalian sukses. Tapi yang satu hal yang paling penting untuk dipahami bahwa konsistensi kalian untuk melakukan latihan-latihan ini untuk mengintegrasikannya ke keseharian kalian adalah kunci keberhasilan kalian. Dan satu lagi untuk dan kami jamin bahwa kalian akan mendapatkan manfaat yang terbaik dari apa yang kalian lakukan ini dari latihan kalian sekarang atau paling lambat 1 minggu dari sekarang.
So, this is the first exercise, and this is a very good place for you to start. There are many other things that you can do, and we will explain many other exercises and many other things that you can do to improve your life, including how you're eating and such, and even how you're sleeping. But for this I would say is probably the one thing that you should start doing to see some results as quickly as possible. If you are not exercising, of course it's good if you can take a walk after dinner, after lunch, after breakfast, take a little walk, take a little run. It's not a bad idea, because physical exercise is always something that the body will benefit from.
Jadi ada sangat banyak yang bisa kamu lakukan untuk menjadi lebih sehat. Tapi yang ini, di video kali ini yang beliau ajarkan adalah bisa dibilang satu hal yang sangat penting untuk kalian mulai lakukan di hari ini. Di video-video latihan berikutnya, beliau akan mengajarkan banyak cara lainnya yang akan kamu integrasikan ke keseharian kalian. Salah satunya apa yang kamu makan, bagaimana kamu makan, tentang bagaimana tidur yang baik, dan banyak hal lainnya.
So, start with this, and I will see you in the next video. Until then.